Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ. In this video, we are going to deal with the divisibility of numbers like 7, 11, 13, 17 and 37, which I have already told you, right? Now, we have already seen the divisibility of rest of the numbers up to 16, right? So what is divisibility of 2? Let's go for a quick recap. Divisibility of 2, last digit. Divisibility of 3, sum of digits. Divisibility of 4, last two digits. Divisibility of 5, last digit. Okay, last digit must be 0 or 5. Now here last two digits must be divisible by 4. Sum of digits must be divisible by 3. Last digit must be divisible by 2. Okay, so this is 5, right? Then 6, 3 into 2 is what? 6. So divisibility of 3 we know, sum of digits. Divisibility of 2, even number. Okay, so you will check whether the number is divisible by 2 and 3, then it is divisible by 6. Then divisibility of 7 we will discuss now. Divisibility of 8, last 3 digits. Divisibility of 9, very interesting. I hope you understood the divisibility of 9 completely, because you can solve many questions faster by using divisibility of 9. So what is that? Sum of digits, that you already know, but what I told you is take sum of digits till you get a single digit. So what is a single digit that you're going to get is actually the remainder when you divide the bigger number by 9. If you get 9 as a single digit, that number is divisible by 9, so the remainder will be 0. So if you get 9, remainder will be 0. If you get any other digit, that will be the remainder when you divide the bigger number with 9. I hope you understood. Divisible, so this is sum of digits till you get single digit. I'm not writing that. Divisibility of 10, last digit. Okay, so last digit must be 0. So last digit must be 0, sum of digits. Okay, then last 3 digits must be divisible by 8. These are the divisibility. Now 11 we will do now. 12, I told you this is 4 into 3. 13 we will do. 14 is 7 into 2. 15, 5 into 3. 16, last 4 digits. Okay, so I hope all of you understood the divisibility of these numbers. Now what is left out? 7, 13, 11, 17, 37. This is what we are going to do now. Okay, now let's start with the divisibility of 7. Okay, so if you have a number, let's take 200, okay, 300, 100, 350. Okay, let's write it as 354. Okay, so you have a number, it's a big number. You need to divide this with 7. Okay, you need to see what is the remainder. Okay, obviously you know how to divide with 7, so you can normally divide it. Okay, you will divide 20 by 7, then you will get 6 as the remainder, then 60 by 7. Okay, then you get 4 as a remainder, then 43 by 7, then you get 1 as a remainder, then 10 by 7, then you get 3 as a remainder, then again 30 by 7, you get 2 as a remainder, then 21 by 7, you get 0 remainder, then 0, then 0, then 35, etc. Okay, so the problem is you will take some time if you do it manually. So if you have some idea, like what we have seen in case of 9 earlier, sum of digits till you get a single digit. Okay, if you have such kind of shortcuts, it will be easy. Okay, so what we are going to do here is I am trying to find a divisibility rule for 7 which will make our calculations easier. Okay, so basically what I am going to do is I am looking for a power of 10 which will give me plus 1 or minus 1 as the remainder. Okay, so that is the proof. Okay, you are not interested. See, next 5 minutes I am actually going to discuss the concept or the logic. If you are not interested in the concept or logic, okay, you can leave it. You can follow the method only, because method is even more easy. It is easy to use and replicate also. But concept, if you need to know, I'll just discuss for 2-3 minutes. Okay, so just for the sake of discussing the concept. Otherwise, it is not important for solving the questions. Okay, see, we are looking for a power of 10 which will give you plus 1 or minus 1 as the remainder. This is what we are doing from basic remainder theorem onwards, right? When you are getting 2 raised to 32 divided by 15 questions, I told you to factorize the numerator in such a way that when you divide with the denominator, leaves plus 1 or minus 1 as the remainder. Okay, then when we discussed about divisibility rule of 3, okay, what we have done, we have written the given number in the form of 10 raised to power something, right? The reason is we know 10 raised to any power divided by 3 leaves 1 remainder. So here we are looking for a power of 10 which will give you plus 1 or minus 1 as the remainder when you divide by 7. So if you see 10 raised to 1 divided by 7, what is the remainder? 3. So what will be 10 raised to 2 divided by 7? What will be the remainder? 10 raised to 1 by 7, you got 3. So it will be 3 into 3 as per basic remainder theorem. If you have already attended the first session. Okay. So you get 9. 9 is greater than the divisor. So you further divide by 7. You get 2. So still I am not getting plus 1 or minus 1. Now 10 raised to 3 divided by 7. It is actually, you have 10 square by 7, 2 is the remainder. 10 by 7, 3 is the remainder. Right? So you can write it as 2 into 3. Rather than dividing 1000 by 7, you can just write it as 2 into 3. Why? Because 2 is the remainder when you divide 100 by 7. Then 3 is the remainder when you divide 10 by 7. So it's actually 100 by 7 into 10 by 7. Okay, basic remainder theorem you are applying. Or this 10 cube you can also write it as 3 into 3. I hope you understood. Why? Because 10 by 7, this is 10 by 7, this is 10 by 7. Okay. Now why I wrote 2 is because I combined this 2. You get 9. 9 means 2. Now 2 into 3 is equal to 6. So what I got is a remainder 6. What I need, I am looking for a remainder which is plus 1 or minus 1. So if you observe here, you got 6. 6 means it's actually minus 1. So what you understood is 10 raised to 3 divided by 7, you get minus 1 as a remainder. What is the original remainder? Original remainder is actually 6. Why 6? Because 3 into 3, that is 27. So it is greater than the divisor, which is 7. So you divide again with 7, you get 6 as the remainder. But instead of 6, I can write minus 1. So you got 10 raised to 3 as minus 1. Now you understood 10 raised to 3 divided by 7. Remainder is minus 1 or 6. So what about 10 raised to 6 by 7? You get minus 1 into minus 1. Why? Because 10 raised to 6 is 10 cube into 10 cube. Okay. So you get 1. Then what if 10 raised to 9? 10 raised to 9 by 7. Minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. You get minus 1. What about 10 raised to 12 by 7? Minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1, which is equal to 1. So when you take the power of 3, okay, if it is 10 raised to 3 minus 1, 10 raised to 6 plus 1, 10 raised to 9 minus 1, 10 raised to 12 plus 1, 10 raised to 15 will be minus 1, 10 raised to 18 will be plus 1. So after every third power it is changing, right? It is changing. So what you need to do here is, if you take the previous question, 200, 300, 100, 354 divided by 7. Okay, this was your question. We need to discuss a method. The method is very interesting. Okay, see, what you need to do is, you understood 10 raised to 3 will give you minus 1, 10 raised to 6 will give you plus 1, 10 raised to 9 will give you minus 1, like that. So here what we need to do is, we need to group the bigger number into group of triplets. Be very careful here. This is the only thing that you need to understand. If you have a number, numerator, bigger number, group the number into triplets from the rightmost side. Rightmost side means this, I am looking for this, okay. So from here, I will group it into triplets. So you will group one triplet, second, third, fourth. You perfectly got 4 triplets. Then what you need to do is put plus minus signs alternatively, because you are getting minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 alternatively for every third power, right? So that's why you are splitting into group of 3, put plus minus. Now what you need to do is bring together the groups with the same sign. So like this. So you get plus sign as 654 and minus sign as 300. Okay. So you when you bring together, what the difference you get is 354. So the bigger number you actually reduce to a smaller number, a 3-digit number. Now you need to divide this number manually by 7. That's the method. Okay. You know 350 is a multiple of 7. So what is the remainder? 4 is the remainder. So remainder in this case is 4. So obviously remainder in this case is also 4. Now when you get time, you can try, okay, and you can check the rule if it is required. But actually this is correct only, okay. If you divide the bigger number, still you get the remainder 4. So what we did is, a quick recap. You have this number 200, 300, 100, 354. Okay. You group into group of triplets from the rightmost side. Put plus minus signs alternatively from the rightmost side again. Bring together the groups with the same sign. So you get 654, that is plus. Then this 2 minus 300. When you take the difference, you get 354. Now you will get a 3-digit number in any case. Okay. In all the cases you get 3-digit number. This you need to divide manually by 7, you get remainder 4. And that will be the remainder when you divide the bigger number with 7. So it is better to do the 3-digit number, right, rather than dividing the bigger number. Only thing that you need to do is group into group of triplets, put plus minus signs, bring together the group with the same sign, take the difference. All these things can be done in maximum 10 seconds. Then this division can be done in another 10 seconds, but here I will take only 1 second because I know 350 is a multiple of 7. So you get the answer maximum in 15 seconds. Otherwise you need to divide this manually. That will take minimum 1 minute. So you can choose which method you can use in exam. Okay. If you need to prove, you can prove it. You can take this question and you can prove it. Now you may have doubt what if I am not able to group it into triplets perfectly, right? Let's take one example. 1, 3, 5, 4. Okay. So what you need to do? You need to group it from you divide by 7, see what is the remainder. You can do it manually also, but I'm just taking a simple number so that you'll understand better. So you can group into group of triplets from the rightmost side. I got only one group. Okay, put plus minus signs. So you have 1 plus 1 minus, take the difference, means 354 minus 1, you get 353. So you can divide 353 by 7, see what is the remainder? 3 is the remainder. And 3 will be the remainder if you divide the bigger number with 7. This case also 3. So I hope you understood this. You can check with this one. So if you want to check 13 by 7, what is the remainder? 6 is the remainder. 65 by 7, what is the remainder? 2 is the remainder. 24 by 7, 21 is gone, 3 is left out, right? That's answer. So rather than dividing the bigger number here, okay, it's 4-digit only, but just to prove I have taken this. So what if you have this number 16, 7, 21, 1, 6, 7, 2, 1? What you will do? You will group it into group of triplets. Basically you need to divide by 7, see what is the remainder. That is the question, right? Group it into triplets from the right side, put plus minus signs. Now 721 minus 16. Okay, so you get 705. 705 divided by 7, you know this is 5. So rather than dividing the bigger number with 7, we can simply divide 705 with 7 and you can write the remainder faster. I hope all of you understood this. Now, if you ask me what is the divisibility rule of 13, 13 is also very similar to this 7. So the proof side you can go, you can look for a power 10 raised to, okay, let's do 10 by 13. Okay, look for a power of 10 which will give you plus 1 or minus 1. So what is the remainder? 10. So this is not enough for me. What if you have 10 square by 13? I know 10 into 10. So that is actually 100, which is greater than the divisor. So divide by 13 again. So what do you get? You get 9, right? 9 as the remainder. 13 into 7, 91, then 9. What if 10 raised to 3 by 13? So 10 raised to 2 we know 9. So 9 into 10 we know 10. So 90, which is again greater than the divisor. So divide by 13, you get 90 by 13. What is the remainder? You get 12, right? Because 78 is a multiple of 13. So 12, or next multiple of 13 is 91. So if it is 90, you can also write it as minus 1. I hope you understood this. Now I got minus 1 as a remainder. This is what exactly you got in case of 7 also, right? So here 10 raised to 3 by 13, what will be the remainder? Minus 1. So if you remember, 10 raised to 3 divided by 7 also, you got remainder minus 1. So 10 raised to 6 by 13, what will be the remainder? 10 raised to 3, you know, minus 1. So minus 1 into minus 1. So you get 1. So in case of 13 also, after every third power you get minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1, like in the case of 7. So the divisibility rule that we have learned in 7, the same is what going to be applied in 13 also. Except the last step where you divided with 7 there, you are going to divide with 13 here. Otherwise everything is same. So if you want, let's take an example. 100, 200, 300, take it as 236. Okay. Now, how to find the answer? You will group it into triplets from the rightmost side like this. Okay. Then you put plus minus signs alternately. Plus, minus, plus, minus. Then you bring the groups with the same signs together. So 200 plus 236, you get 436, which is positive, minus, this is 400. This is 400. Okay. So what you got is actually 36. Now what you need to do, you can divide this 36 by 13 and see what is the remainder. You get 10. Now what if this is 336? What if this is 336? Same steps. Okay. You take this 536 minus 400. You get 136. Then you divide this by 13. So last you need to do it manually, right? 136 by 13, we know 130 is a multiple, so what is the remainder? 6 is the remainder. And 6 will be the remainder if you divide the bigger number with 13. Still, 6 will be the remainder. Now, what if you are not able to make it into perfect triplets? Let's take an example. 12, 2, 73. See, all these are randomly taken, okay? Like this, you can also make questions. You know the concept, you can make questions now. So, I just took a number, 12, 273 divided by 13. What is the remainder? So, what you need to do, group from the rightmost side into group of triplets. Put plus minus sign. So, what I need to do is 273 minus 12. What do you get? 261. 261 divided by 13. I know 260 is a multiple of 13 because 13, 130, twice of 130 is 260. So what is the remainder? Remainder will be 1. So 1 will be the remainder in this case also. So I hope you understood this completely. Divisibility of 7 and divisibility of 13. Both are actually same. Now next is divisibility of 11. See 11, if you see, what is 10? 10 by 11. What is your answer? Remainder. Remainder is 10 or minus 1. What about 10 square by 11? That means minus 1 into minus 1 plus 1. What if 10 cube by 11? That you will get minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. It's minus 1. So every alternate power of 10 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1. Right? So the divisibility of 11 is actually sum of digits at odd places minus sum of digits at even places. Okay. Now let me tell you one more thing, very interesting thing. You basically don't want to do this in case of 11. You have enough flexibility in case of 11. Okay, in this case if you need to see an example, okay, just to prove this, let's take a simple number 1 to 1. You need to divide by 11 means group into group of 1, put plus minus plus, okay, bring together. So 1 plus 1, 2, 2 minus 2, you'll get 0. Okay, now in case of 11 you have enough flexibility. If you want, you can group into group of 1. Here that is the best. If you want, you can group into group of 3, 5, 7, 9, etc. See, if I give you this number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, divide by 11, what is the remainder if I ask you? What you will do is, it is not easy to do group of ones, right? When I tell you you have enough flexibility in case of 11, you can group into group of 3, you can group into group of 5, you can group into group of 7, 9, 11, any odd numbers. So what I can do is, it is better to group into group of 9 in this case, right? I go 2 group plus minus. When you take the difference, you get 0. So what is the remainder? 0 is the remainder. You can check it later. You can, if you have a calculator, scientific calculator, you can calculate or you can do it manually also. Or you can apply the rule that we have learned, you'll get 0. But is that required? If you do that, you'll take maybe 1 minute. But like this, if you group into group of 9, how much time you'll take? This is one group. Okay, so 0 is your answer. In 5 seconds you'll get the answer. Now why it is so? Because if you see 10 raised to 3 divided by 11, okay, 10 raised to 3 is 1000. See, if you see 10 raised to 3 by 11, you know, in case of, what is 10 by 11? 10 by 11 remainder is minus 1. So minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. You get minus 1. Because this is a multiple of 11. So you're actually getting minus 1. So 10 raised to 3 is minus 1 means, what is 10 raised to 6? Divided by 11, minus 1 into minus 1, which is 1. So we can apply the rule that we have learned in case of 7 and 13 also here. Now let's quickly look at the divisibility rule of 17 and 37. Okay, so with this it will be complete. You will be in a position to solve any questions which can come in any aptitude exam. So let's start off with 37 because it's actually a continuation from what we have learned till now. So let's take 37. Okay, now let's suppose you have a question 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 divided by 37. See what is the remainder. Okay, so what is the remainder in this case? That is your question. So how will you solve is what I need to discuss you. So basically the divisibility rule of 37 is also depends on third power of 10. Okay, so divisibility rule of 37 is also depends on third power of 10 like you have seen earlier. See, 10 raised to 3 divided by 37, you get 1 as the remainder. 1000 divided by 37, 1 is the remainder. So what about 10 raised to 6 by 37? 1 into 1, that is also 1. So in case of 7, 13 and all, you are getting alternate minus plus minus plus minus plus. Here you have only plus. So you understood two things. You can group into group of triplets like what you have done earlier. That is one thing which is common in all the three. But what is not common is earlier you are putting plus minus plus minus. Here you have only plus 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 plus. So let's group into group of triplets. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so you got triplets. Now you put plus 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 everywhere plus. That means you need to add everything. So 100 plus 200 plus 300 plus 400 plus 500 plus 600, you get 2100, right? So 1 2 3 4 5 6, you get 2100. That's what you get. Now 2100 you need to divide by 37. So you can even simplify this. Again you group into group of 3. That means this is plus, this is also plus. So this becomes 102. You divide this 102 by 37. See what is the remainder. So I hope you understood. Okay, you divide 102 by 37. That means 74. 37 into 2 is 74. So balance is 28, right? So 28 is the remainder. So 102 divided by 37, 28 is the remainder. And same will be the remainder if you divide the bigger number by 37. I hope all of you understood. Similar to 7 and 13, we are grouping from the rightmost side into group of triplets. But unlike 7 and 13, we are putting only plus signs. You also understood the reason for that. Okay, so the reason is this. Now, when you got this, what I've done again, I grouped into group of triplets. Okay, I don't have two triplets, but whatever is available, I grouped. Then I got 102. Let's take one more example. If you have a number 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 etc etc etc, you have, let's say, 300 digits. That means 1 2 3, if you consider this as a one block, one group. Okay, how many such groups are there? 100 groups are there. Each group is 1 2 3, so total 300 digits, right? So as per our method, we need to group from the rightmost side into triplets. So you get 100 triplets here. Okay, now you need to add all the triplets. So 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 123, 100 times you get this. So that is what you get if you add all the triplets. Then so divided by 37, remainder is what you need to find out, right? So you can also divide this by 37 and find the remainder. Same. Or if you still want to simplify again, you can group into group of triplets again. So you put plus plus. So 1 2 3 0 become 312. 312 divided by 37, you can get the answer faster. You get 16 as the remainder. Okay, so 312 divided by 37, you got 16, and 16 will be the remainder if you divide this bigger number with 37. For that matter, if you divide this 12300 by 37, still you get 16. So which one is easy? That's your choice. Okay, anyway, you cannot solve this question directly. So either this or this you need to select. Which one is better? Obviously, I feel this is better. Okay, now in case of 11, if you get question like this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, like this, you have 700 digits. Okay, 700 digits divided by 11. What is the remainder? So divided by 11, divisor is 11, so you're looking for the divisibility of 11. So in case of 11, I told you, you don't want to group into one. If you want, you can group into group of 3, 5, 7, 11, etc. In case of 11, you have enough flexibility. So if you observe here, 700 digits and one group of 7. So how many groups? 100 groups. So it is better to group into group of 7 like this. So you get 100 group, 50 plus group and 50 minus group. When you take the difference, you will get 0. So what is the answer here? The remainder will be 0 when you divide by 11. So I hope all of you understood this. There is no need to have any doubt here, right? Now this kind of questions, it can't be difficult. Okay, see, I give you one more question. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, like this, 450 digits. That means this is going up to 9. One group I can take, means I am grouping into group of 9. So one group is 9, 450 digits means 50 groups. So 50 groups means 25 positive groups, 25 negative groups. Both will get cancelled out. What is your remainder? Remainder is 0. When you are dividing by 11. Okay, basically you don't want to do anything, right? Just group into group of 9. Otherwise, if you see this question, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, 450 digits, the moment you see this, you will leave it. Okay, that it is not better to solve. That's the idea. But if you are solving in this way, you can group into group of 9 means just one cut away is your answer. You just do this and you understood that 25 positive, 25 negative groups are there. Both will get cancelled out. Your remainder is 0. I hope this is clear for all of you. Okay.